Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM. Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. Game over.
An incredible weekend of sports. Absolutely amazing. A South African has run 9-9, sub 10. Akani Simbine is that man. Absolutely unbelievable. That's the kind of weekend the South Africans had. We'll take a look at the PSL. And of course, if you're an Arsenal fan,
congratulations on
the best your team can do.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the best your team can do. I think you deserve that second spot. I think it is yours. Congratulations. There's another congratulation. Victor Hlungwane, the principal, deserves a congratulation, and we'll tell you why in just a few. We'll take a look at the F1. We'll take a look at the boxing as well. Fury, Usyk, what a match that was. I stayed up for it. I watched it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. But the big news this weekend has to be Akani Simbine running a medaling point.
Yeah.
Like, if he keeps running like this, we're going to get a medal.
We need a bit of wind in Paris.
We're going to get a medal, guys. We're going to get a medal in the 100 meters. It'll be the first.
Yeah.
It's about to happen if Akani Simbine keeps running the way he is. The big news today, though, and I think that's the one thing everybody's tuning in for, because in the hashtag Ask Mazola or Ask the Principal, which is on Twitter, if you want to ask them anything, don't wait till the end of the show. When you call, they need to prepare themselves. Get onto Twitter and say Ask Mazola or Ask the Principal. Is Itumeleng Khune? I must say, I am very sad that an honor of 25 years of service for a goalkeeper, a player, a footballer in South Africa at the caliber of Itumeleng Khune went down the way that it did. It's sad. I blame Kaizer Chiefs as a team for the communication.
Yeah, I was about
when
to
it happened.
I think the planning was
atrocious.
Yeah.
We'll get to that though, and we'll speak more. And what does it mean when you say 25 years and you honor somebody and you give him a guard of honor? Has he retired? Is he done? Is that it for Itumeleng Khune at Kaizer Chiefs in particular? That's coming up because Mazola's here. It's exactly 11 after the hour. 6 normally would go straight to ads now, but I've got to make a couple of calls.
Okay.
So thank you so much for the touchdown. They do it again tomorrow between 3 and 6. This is Sports Night Amplified with Andile. I need to make a couple of calls. The first one is to Dan Dance Malisela, the coach of Baroka. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. It's a quick one. We just want to say congratulations. I've got Victor Hlungwane and Mazola. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you so much.
Woman.
What do you want me to say?
Yeah, maybe he's waiting to actually get into the DSTV Premiership.
But Coach, I mean, at some point I was losing hope a little bit. I was like, yo, is Dan going to make it? Towards the end there was touch and go. Surely you're relieved at least.
Nah, not really relieved, but to an extent, I expected this.
Okay. Well, congratulations, because I mean that was the mandate in the first place, that you have to qualify for the DSTV Premiership. So I guess it was the expectation from you.
Yeah, that was the mandate, but sometimes you see things and then you think that they will happen the way that you think, and then they don't. Because initially we were looking at automatic promotion. As soon as we got all these wins that we got initially when I came to Baroka, but it became difficult, I think there's a whole lot of mistakes that I made.
What do you mean, Coach?
Yeah, I made a mistake of the run-up and the team that was supposed to start and all of that, and eventually it backfired.
During the season, Coach, or yesterday's game?
No, during the season.
Okay.
So do you think then, Coach Dan, this goes to it took you a little bit longer to get to know your team? So once you got to know them, you knew what team you should have started with? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. No, it was just mistakes.
Oh, man. Well, Coach, I mean, congratulations. You're in the playoffs. You get to do it the hard way around. When you look at the history of DSTV Premiership teams versus teams coming from the Motsepe Foundation Championship, it's always a little bit harder for you guys. How are you planning and preparing to take on either Richards Bay or Royal AM?
It's a plan that I have in my head, and I will not reveal it because I have seen teams that were in the same situation, and then they go up to the Premier League and then they fail and all of that. So I've gone beyond the playoffs.
But
so to speak.
Sorry, Coach, yep?
Yeah, so to speak, because I've gone beyond the Premier League.
Well, Coach, listen, man, this was just to say congratulations for making it onto the playoffs. Hopefully, we'll have a proper conversation in a couple of, in what is it, 2 months now, a couple of weeks actually, when you do qualify through. All the best, Coach. We will always behind you. Yeah. We love watching you work. Congratulations on getting this far.
No, I'm very thankful, man. My brother, I'm very thankful, Andile. Very, very thankful.
Coach, nasokulela ingoma bathi sekusele kancane maningene kusele kancane maningene hayi asasekuwe ukuthi you'll avoid those mistakes. Thank you, Coach. Congratulations.
No, thank you so much, man.
Coach, the next conversation we have, I want to know all those mistakes. I want you to take us through them, but that's going to be once you've qualified. Congratulations. We'll speak soon.
No, let's have a conversation, a proper conversation in good time, and then I will explain.
Thank you so much. That's Coach Dan Dance Malisela qualifying Baroka for the playoffs. But it's not just him. 2 teams qualified for the playoffs, including the University of Pretoria Tuks, and the coach there, Tisane Mutaung, is on the line as well. Coach, Tuks making it. I'm sure you wanted to do it the easy way, but congratulations nonetheless.
Good evening, and good evening to the gentlemen, good evening to the listeners of Metro FM.
Coach, well, when it's like this, do you even celebrate yet, or do you just, is it one of those where it's another game, you're going to wait? Was there a little bit of yes?
Look, we had a moment yesterday after a game to celebrate, but immediately this morning we had to switch on because we have not really arrived at the objectives that we've set from beginning of the season. So it was a very short stint sort of celebration because we know that we are not done as yet.
A lot of people saw this Tuks team in the Nedbank against Sundowns in particular, were very impressed by what you've put out there because you took on the team that is head and shoulders above everyone in the DStv Premiership, and you had a good outing with them. So, when you're playing the teams right at the bottom, whoever it is that, gets into the playoff between Royal AM and Richards Bay, this team is then seen as a team that can actually compete with that.
Yeah, look, we were really humbled by the performance and the commitment of the players on the night, and we're hoping that we'll draw a lot of positives out of that game. Not only that one, even when we played against Spurs and the Stoilos, last 32 and last 16, we're hoping that we'll draw a lot of inspiration from such. And let's wait and see. But we think we have a chance to compete against really formidable teams.
Were those games good practice games for you to see what the level is like in the DStv Premiership? Do you use them to scale where you are versus where the DStv Premiership is?
Yeah, look, as much as we wanted to win them and we won 2 of them, but also for me and the technical team was to observe and assess the players that we have. And equally also look at strategies that we will need to apply when we play against any of big teams, whether we are now in playoffs, whether if we are fortunate and get promoted. So we have assessed that, and I think we are quite comfortable with what we have displayed so far.
Royal AM, Richards Bay, doesn't matter? Is there any particular one you want there? Come on, Coach.
I'm certain that they are going to be difficult opponent, any of them. They're going to be difficult because they are teams with pedigree, and one will just have to pay attention to details in terms of whoever will be drawn against and then apply ourselves very well on those playoffs.
Mazola says to tell you he wants you to go through because he can't wait to interview you on the touchline. So please. Please, coach.
I respect that man very much. So he calls spade a spade. He doesn't do that.
Coach, as soon as you qualify, we can't wait to have you in studio. Congratulations, man. Hold on. Victor Hlungwane also wants to say something.
Sekusele kancane maningene. Kusele kancane maningene.
Coach, we appreciate you.
Congratulations, coach.
No, thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it, and thank you very much. Brazil has been very helpful in terms of educating amateurs in terms of rules of the game. Every season before we start pre-season, we call him to assist us with that, and he's very helpful to us, and I have also great respect.
You must be careful if he's giving you this season's rules, eh? Coach Mut, Amateurs, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. We had to congratulate them. You know, this is the first stop everybody goes to before they make it. We're not those guys that are going to call you once you've made it. No. We congratulate you every step of the way. Hey, it's the Three Wise Men. We're back after this.
The Three Wise Men, but not always so wise, on Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM. Podcast Friday on Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM.
Itumeleng Khune to be honored for 25 years of service on Saturday. Biso.
This is a goalkeeper that has 350 appearances for the club, over 150 clean sheets in that time. For Bafana also 42 clean sheets in almost 90 games. 2013 he was the player of the season.
Kaizer Chiefs have been shopping for a coach. There are two names that have surfaced. Sia Dramovic. There's also Alexander Santos.
Let me start with Alexander Santos first. Coach of Petro de Luanda, on course for a three-peat. They've won the last two league seasons.
Under him.
In AFL, the league and Champions League, they've played 35 games in those competitions. They've scored 59 goals. They've only conceded 14. So,
jeez, that's an incredible stat.
It's
guys, I must tell you, I'm looking at Biso right now. This is all in his head. He's not reading any of this. It's all on top of his head.
6 to 7 p.m. The Three Wise Men, but not always so wise, on Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM.
Right, it's the weekend that was. We'll be taking your calls top of the hour. The Three Wise Men are here. It's Monday, and you know it. It's always the Three Wise Men.
The Three Wise Men, but not always so wise, on Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM.
Of the questions asked most over the course of today was about Itumeleng Khune. So, Mazola, what do you have as far as your stories are concerned?
Well, like he said, after the post-match, they're still going to discuss. But I, if you ask me, there's not much to discuss because
don't tell us the whole thing. Just give us the headlines. What's going on? What are you going to talk about?
Itumeleng Khune, 25-year service and updates with regards to his future. And then, there's a couple more. Maybe I can link these two. Gavin Hunt as well as Stellenbosch United about the transfer market that's going to open up from the 1st of July.
All right, the ref, what do you have?
I have what we call...
I have no complaints this weekend from the refs, by the way. Nobody, I guess, because, I mean, the big games,
yeah,
so to say, is gone, yeah.
This week is to sing praises for the referees.
Game day one.
No, for this weekend.
Okay.
We can single out Akona Makalima, who had two games, Royal Sundowns and Royal AM, yeah. She did very well in that game, and also she did Chiefs and Polokwane City. She did very well. So this week is just to sing praises for them.
Is Jelly suspended?
I have not seen him in the games. So when
is Jelly Shabani suspended?
If you don't see him in the game,
ref, come on, is he suspended?
We call him. In our language we say a fridge. If someone if you don't see him, we say he's in the fridge.
So he's suspended.
If he's in the fridge, it means one is suspended.
All right. Thank you very much. See, that wasn't so hard. I've got big news about him as well, but we'll get to that in just a bit. Let's take a look at the weekend very quickly. Akani Simbine running 9.9 was fantastic. We all loved seeing it. He's the great hope. When he was still racing and Usain Bolt was still there, he was seen to be the next crop of the big guys. He was part of the big three at the time. Here's Akani Simbine running this historic 9.9.
Oh, really quick start there from Omanyala. I thought maybe he jumped the gun, but he gets away pretty well. Second to left, and Omanyala going well. Simbine trying to come back, and Simbine through the second half. Eases away to a 1 metre lead. Fabulous last 25 from Simbine. The South African takes the men's 100 metres. Omanyala led through the first half, but was it an African 1-2? We're waiting for confirmation of that. It was very tight indeed. Akani Simbine is victorious here in Piedmont Park. He won his heat earlier in 10:20. What is his time here? We're just waiting for that time to come up, the timing system. But no doubting the win there for Simbine.
Well, Omanyala got out hard. He went for it fast early on, but Simbine told us he needed patience. Patience. Every single step counts. 9.90.
Hey man, my fellow South Africans over there gave me the flag, representing South Africa. Happy with the win. Happy to be out here. Hey man, I've always been part of the conversation. I never left. So, hey, we'll see.
Ooh, always been part of the conversation. I never left. Akani Simbine running 9.90. Personal best, if I'm not mistaken. In the heat earlier, he ran 10.20. Yeah. So this for me was a huge surprise. Congratulations to him. Let's go to the Premier League now. Pep Guardiola has spoken about his future, of course. But firstly, here he says, speaking about why there's no motivation for him anymore.
I had that feeling last season. When we won Istanbul, I said, it's over. What I'm doing here, it's over. There's nothing left. But I have contract, I'm here, and still I'm enjoying some of the moments. I'm retired, but some of the moments I love to do that. And after I said, okay, we are here. Start to think about, no one has done 4 in a row. Why don't try it? And now I'm feeling it's done. So what next? The next season, right now, I'm not able to know exactly what will be the motivation to do it, because it's difficult sometimes to find it when everything is done.
He's done it all. He's achieved it all. And when that means probably the last season, the next one for Pep Guardiola there. He's made absolute history in the English Premier League. Let's hear now from his former assistant and a man that's taken Arsenal by the scruff.
It's the only way. So now we've seen him there, and we are there, and they took it away from us, And it's the second season, so there's only one way to do it. You have to be more determined. You have to be more ambitious. You need to have a lot of courage and push every limit and everything that we have, because that's the next step.
I must be very honest. Watching the Premier League on Sunday, the dual screen, watching what's going on at Arsenal, watching what's going on at Man City.
Just watching Chelsea.
And at some point, nobody else was watching. Like, you're the only person in the world. All of us. I wasn't even watching United. I was watching these two. And the goals were getting scored this side, goals getting scored this side. I miss that for us. Yes, Sundowns are amazing. I love what they do. And I don't think Sundowns should do anything different. I'd just love to see 1 or 2 teams level
Run
up
them close,
and give them competition and get close. Whether they still win it or not, neither here nor there.
But don't win it 7 games to spare, man.
Yeah, man. That last day rush is just so brilliant.
The Farmers League,
That last day rush, I miss it, man. I miss it. Remember the 2019 season?
Yeah.
With Baroka versus Chiefs. That last 80 minutes when they lost it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's nothing like that. Absolutely enjoyed it. I need to hand you over now to Victor Hlungwane. But before I do, I've got a letter in front of me. Okay?
About Khune?
No. It's not about Khune. This is an appointment letter.
Oh.
But Baba tender about appointment letter. But this is an appointment letter of a different sort. This says, Dear Mr. Hlungwane, appointment as the chairperson of Provincial Referees Committee. Congrats.
Thank you, man.
What does that mean?
It means now one oversees the development of referees in Gauteng. Gauteng has got some leagues, GDL League, ABC Motsepe League and Sasol. So referees who refereed in that league need to be developed. So the structure, the referees committee is responsible together with the regions and LFAs in Gauteng. So my role is to oversee that the province supports the development of referees that will then promote to the Premier League or the national panel.
Well, thank you very much and congratulations. And that's why we have you here. Because according to us, and I don't know anybody can argue with this, you're the best there is. So we love you and we appreciate you and congratulations. I can't wait to see you go further and further. Let's take a break. When we come back, you'll tell us why Jilly Shaban is suspended.
From Lagos to Nairobi, Accra to Johannesburg, Metro FM is your home for the sounds of Africa this month. Metro FM. It's where you want to be. Podcast Friday on Sports Night Amplified with Andile on Metro FM.
Podcast Friday!
Hey, Andile
It's on.
But the only thing ngizomtshela yona bafethu, Sport Amplify number one sport show la Mzansi. But according to the favoritism yenu, wena ufavor Sundowns.
Okay.
Bese le outlet lenye lenayo lapho nguNadim. Ucansula abantu abaningi kakhulu bafethu. Nini basakade kufuna nibe neutral. Hayi lento leniyendawo. I know angeke idlale clip, but it's true.
Well, there it is. It's playing. Guys, Sundowns at the moment, whether you like it or not, you can't ignore them. You speak about Bafana, the dominance in there is Sundowns. Anything football at the moment that is in South Africa or the African continent, Sundowns are the leaders at the moment. Mark, Biso, Nadim, you guys must come out and tell us who you support next week.
6 to 7 p.m.
Hey yo, turn the beat up a little bit.
Get ready for a radio revolution that transcends boundaries and elevates your senses. From chart toppers to timeless classics, we got it all.
Sometimes it makes me wonder how I keep it going.
This is more than radio.
You got me working.
This is Metro FM. We define the pulse of your musical journey. Don't just listen. Immerse yourself in the ultimate audio experience.
My flow, my show.
Where the beat never fades and the entertainment never ends.
Started like this, son.
Turn it up and let the magic unfold. Metro FM. It's where you want to be.
It's Sports Night Amplified with Andile and the mighty Metro FM. It's Monday, the weekend that was. We look at the weekend sports. If you want to talk a little bit of boxing, Cristiano Ronaldo, Neymar, all out there to watch Usyk as well as Fury. Great match. It was not as... it wasn't as fiery as I anticipated and expected, but a great one nonetheless. It's given me something to look forward to as far as the Tyson and Jake Paul match is concerned. That's the one that I'm looking forward to the most. There could be a rematch in October, I think they said, for this particular one here. There was the F1 as well. Nothing new there. It's just business as usual. A lot of PSL. Kaizer Chiefs, very lucky this weekend because they could have ended as far as 12th, but nobody under them winning their games. They're not winning their games. Pirates and Stellenbosch dropping points. The EPL has come to an end, but it's the German league that's taken everybody by storm. Leverkusen,
he's done well.
Unbeaten, 52 games unbeaten. They go invincible in this term. The only AC Milan, I think the old lady, Arsenal, who else? Yeah, and now Leverkusen. Those are the only 4 teams I know that have gone unbeaten.
Yeah.
Ever in the history of European football. We might see it for the first time in South Africa this season. But there's a couple of games to go still. Vic, which games did you watch?
I watched Royal AM and Sundowns. Akona Makalima, our lady, was the referee in charge. There was simulation by Ncube. I don't know what is Ncube in Sesotho because it looks like it's an animal.
Ncube?
Yeah, Ncube. That guy who dribbles too much with the left.
Oh, Lesiba. Oh,
Lesiba, yeah, Ncube. So Ncube apparently it means a sheep or what?
Yeah, King Ncube.
Yeah, King Ncube. Yeah, Ncube. Hey, I have never seen a sheep diving, but Ncube can dive, eh? He pretend as if he was fouled, and that diving was like a springbok. Akona Makalima did not bite into it, and she just waved play on because there was nothing. The bench of Sundowns was like, hey, penalty. But I was impressed with how Akona handled that match. The only Bazella that he should have got was a yellow card because he tried to deceive, but the referee was not deceived. So well done to Akona Makalima for not giving Ncube a penalty that he wanted in that match. The other match that I watched was Cape Town City and Richards Bay. Interesting match with good goals. There's one goal scored by Kutumela there. When he scored that goal, there was a player in an offside position. As to whether he interfered with the vision of the goalkeeper or he made an action or an obvious action that impacts on the ability of the goalkeeper to play the ball, we want to see it on Soccer Zone tonight because the player was close by. But did he interfere with the view of the goalkeeper?
Sorry, which game is this?
Cape Town City and Richards Bay.
Okay. So a similar incident to what we saw with... it wasn't Rubio, it was Mendieta. last week.
Mediate, yes.
Okay.
We have a similar situation.
Okay.
So there we need to show you graphic as to whether does he do an action, but I didn't see an action. But we want to establish as to whether the view of the goalkeeper was blocked or not. So very interesting. And then the last one is the Chiefs match, and Pulukwane Street, Akona handled the match very well. There's even there's no content on that match. All the content is Khune.
Yeah, I think he's setting himself up for the off season because
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. The playoffs are still to come, of course, and the big final. Now we hand over to Mazola. A lot to talk about this weekend. Let's start with the Khune.
Yeah.
Correspondence came out when about the honoring of Khune's 25.
Thursday, was it?
On Thursday, Thursday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
The correspondence comes out that Khune will be honored on Saturday
for 25 years of service. I mean, if someone's being honored for 25 years of service, how do you let the fans, the football fraternity, know 3-4 days before the actual game? I mean, Itumeleng did not deserve that. Yes, he might have been emotional because of the occasion in itself, but someone who served the club from when he was 13 years old deserved a whole lot better. And obviously he did say after the game that it's not farewell. It was the club was thanking him for 25 years of service, and they'll still, and this is my understanding as well, that they're still gonna go back and chat. But I don't see how the club retracts its statement at the start of the season when they extended his contract to say it was his final one. So Khune still wants to play. Whether he'll be doing it at Kaizer Chiefs is, let's see. But we do have Kevin Johnson speaking about an example Itumeleng has set at the club in the 25 years of service.
We give thanks to Itu for serving this team in such great years. I think he did a lot for the team, and he's still doing more for the team. So we just honoring him. But as the coach that leads the team now, and some of the players, we feel honored to be in his presence. So yeah, we wish him. You have to wish him all the best, and hope he gets honored with more of these accolades.
Yeah, and Itumeleng, as I said, has made it clear that he is not ready to retire. Even a few weeks or a few months after the club had made that statement, we spoke to him just prior to one of the Soweto Derby matches. And this, I believe, also got him in hot water with the club a little bit when he broke his silence about his retirement or the lack thereof.
I did mention at the start of the season that my body can still carry me until I'm 40 plus. If Buffon could do it until 45, El Hadari could do it until 44. Who am I at the age of 36 to entertain the fact that someone has an idea that Itu must retire, then I must also entertain that idea. The club might have released a statement, well respected, but at the end of the day, I'm competing, I've been playing, and it will depend on my performances. And come end of the season, we will look at the stats, we will look at what I can still contribute going forward, and that's when they can make yet another decision.
He turns 37 next month, and he talks about the stats. I'm not too sure.
There's zero stats.
There's zero stats because he didn't get to play much this season, because obviously he was also suspended. I think he spent about 2 months or so on the sidelines because of some disciplinary issues. Let's see. But, if you ask me, I don't think Itumeleng Khune...
Kaizer Chiefs comes out at the beginning of the season, and they say, we're giving Itumeleng Khune 1 more year, which is the same contract they extended to so many before they left. Yele Tsulunyane, Katsande, Nengomasha. This is the Chiefs' way.
Yeah.
They extended the 1 year contract and said, this is all we're giving Khune. It's his
goodbye.
Yeah, it's his goodbye, so to speak. Itumeleng Khune then comes out with this statement a couple of weeks later saying no. And I think it's what he says in there, because he says, it is not up to anybody else to decide for me when I'm retiring.
Yeah.
Now they honor him for 25 years of service in an empty stadium where it was badly planned. No fans there to support one of the greatest Kaizer Chiefs players of all time. I don't mince my words with that.
No,
I mean, of all time, Itumeleng Khune gets into that team.
By far.
It's so sad.
By a country mile.
It's so sad. So as it stands now, it's up in the air. I heard Dr. Khumalo over the weekend on SABC Sport saying this is a farewell run.
Yeah. I heard him too. I was surprised. Maybe Doc knows more. I mean, obviously he's a club legend. He knows more than we do.
Soccer Zone this evening. Doctor's going to be there, so I'll ask him. Okay. I'll ask him.
Breaking news on Soccer Zone later. Let's move on to the next one. Gavin Hunt, also talking about movements, his future. I can tell you now, Gavin Hunt also has not signed a new contract at SuperSport United. It's ending at the end of the month in June, and there are no talks as yet, from my understanding, of him staying. But he does want to stay, and he's already talking about next season, saying he's resigned to losing more players.
Where do what do you expect out of the season? What do you expect? It's always difficult where we finished last year to try and improve on that when you're losing players. So we've built a brand new team again this year, but obviously some players are going to go again. So
yeah, let's see how that unfolds over the next few weeks. Of course, the club would want to start planning ahead to the 2024-25 season. Whether that's with Gavin Hunt or not, we'll see. A coach that's also talking about trying to keep his players. We know Stellenbosch are now going to play in CAF Interclub competitions. There's been talk of Jaden Adams going to Mamelodi Sundowns, but I exclusively spoke to the Stelly CEO who said no chance. There's not been an offer, and Steve reiterates that, and he even goes as far as saying if Sundowns have a 40 million rand player sitting on the bench and Jaden Adams, who's got some mileage in his legs over this season, why shouldn't he cost more?
If Sundowns do, then they have to dig deep. That's the one thing. The second thing is Jaden's got ambitions to play in Europe. I think he's at the age where going to Europe would be better in his interest, so I would advise him to rather consider that than local. You don't want him going to Sundowns and ending up playing 13, 14 league matches in a season.
He does also address...
Who's the 40 million player sitting on the bench?
Escavel.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not a starter.
Yeah, he's not a starter.
He's not a starter,
he cost around about that amount. Tashreeq Matthews also cost 47 million.
Not a starter either.
Not a starter either. Allende, more than that, but obviously...
I mean, he's part of the starting team.
Yeah, and Steve did also talk about obviously trying to hold on to the players, and that if they go, they'll cost a lot more.
Where do what do you expect out of the season? What do you expect?
Gavin Hunt, Steve Barker.
Obviously, I get asked this question over and over and over, and I never have definitive answers because I don't know what the future holds. But the better you become as a football club, winning cups and being second, players making Bafana, their value from there goes to here. So if clubs are going to want to come and look for our players, I don't think it's going to be as easy as it was in the past. Number one, because from an economic and financial point of view, if you've got players sitting on the bench for Sundowns that were costing 40 million, what reason is it that Jaden Adams is not worth that, maybe more?
Let's see if Stelly's...
Do you know the most expensive local player? What's been the most expensive local transfer?
From a PSL club to another PSL club.
40 would definitely be it, though.
Yeah. It would be a record transfer, I would think, because in the past, I don't think any player has moved. Tapelo Maseko, give or take, close to 20 million from SuperSport United to Mamelodi Sundowns, close to it. So that probably could be in the bracket of the highest transfer fee paid for a local player. But also that also came with players going in the opposite direction. So I don't know how then the clubs would value that. Speaking of Sundowns, the final story that we have, obviously we're heading into the DStv Premiership or Premier Soccer League awards now. Talk of who could be the player of the season, midfielder of the season, coach of the season. Rulani Mokoena says this should be no doubt that it actually should be him.
The coach of the season would be me. That's what I think. I think the coach of the season must be the coach that wins the league. But I can't not give lots of compliments to the work that Stevie Barker has done. He deserves incredible plaudits for the work he has done at Stellenbosch.
Look, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
I like that. I'm tired of coaches being like, oh, no, everybody's done well.
No, it should be him.
Say it with your chest.
Yeah, it should be him.
Say it with your chest, Mlu.
I mean, even, I don't know if you have that clip, but Steve Barker also goes on to say, I definitely think it should be Rulani by a country mile. They are 22 points ahead of Stellies, who are at the moment with one game to go, runners up to Mamelodi Sundowns, and they are 22 points. You can't ignore that and then give Stelis or Pirates.
It's happened before.
I don't
Benny
understand.
McCarthy season.
I didn't understand that season. To say what's the argument? Lack of resources.
Yeah,
you
they
punched
did it
above
with
your
less.
weight. No,
Stellenbosch did it with younger players. They did it with less. That's the argument that they had.
The
then.
guy won the league with 7 games to spare. 7.
And he's in the final.
Nah, give him the award already.
Right, we'd love to hear from you. Ask us anything. The referee is here. I'm here. Arsenal fans that promised to call at the end of the season. I'm waiting for. Oh, no, le mang on the team. Asil siba ke mang. Ke senong le mang. Some go Randfontein is road party there. Give us a call. Let's hear it. You did well. You did well, and the reason you're being congratulated is because when you do the best you can do, you've done well. Second position.
Feel the rhythm. Embrace the vibes. It's Metro FM, the soundtrack to your day. Keep it locked for non-stop entertainment with the coolest presenters and top-notch music. We are Metro FM. It's where you want to be. From Lagos to Nairobi, Accra to Johannesburg, Metro FM is your home for the sounds of Africa this month. Metro FM, it's where you want to be. All right, here we go. Call Metro FM now on 0860 002160. Drop us a voice note on 060 552 7303.
Waking up, I'm too turned up.
Good evening, gents. Up studio. I am in our physical. I've made the peace with you. Pep will win the EPL title until I hum. As long as I can, I will never touch it. Remember when Liverpool had the 98 points, but still they couldn't win it. And City did. I skatsele lo baba. Makahambe maphile contract yakhe. Then we will enjoy winning the league again. But anyway, it was entertaining.
Thank you very much, man.
Andile, Nicholas in Cape Town.
Hey, Nick.
Greetings to you and your 3 wise men. Next to you. All I want to say, I can't wait for the Nedbank final. I've been challenged by some group at different petrol stations, whom seem to be a lot of Orlando Pirates supporters. But I told them it's gonna be Basa Mabasa, Vala Mvala. They must wait for that moment. They must just wait for that moment. What a beautiful game it will be. I can't wait.
All right.
The award winning, the best at the sports show. Sports Night Amplified.
Talk to me, man.
Winning Andile. Andile, I am defeated. My team, Orlando Pirates, I mean, they were coming so right. Money, 7 games, unbeaten, winning, and scoring goals and playing the football. Relevile then, Tito. I haven't had 2 games now, back-to-back defeat. No strength now for the final against Sundowns. I mean, Sundowns going to smash us. What is going on? Great show, Andile, and good evening also to the gentlemen there, Bravik and Mazola, in the studio.
Oscar give up.
He's giving up.
Oscar give up. Nah, don't do it.
Hey, regarding F1, it's not business as usual. I know Max is currently winning, but yeah, it seems like you know what, McLaren is catching up. Go Imola, Italy this past weekend. They brought their upgrade package, which seems to be working very well. If you check, I think for the couple of races now, 2 or 3, the winning margin is not as big as it has been in the past. So yeah, good prospects lie ahead, Like, I mean, yesterday it was a ball fest. I'm tired of seeing, like, Max Verstappen winning. And I don't know why they can't take him out in the first corner, basically. And it will make the whole race fun to watch. Richo is always sharp.
Hey, beating that Ayrton Senna record as well. He's just something special at the moment, is Max.
Andile, evening, my brother.
Hey.
Olala Limuzi, man. Somewhere in Hamaskral. Please, man, check for me. Putse bo Mazola, bo Nadimu, they must check for me, man. Lord Jutamaile Kabukai from Pirates to Sundowns. Can they dig deep and then rebar Krele price or whatever?
Oh, he's right, yeah.
How transfer high?
Mazola, do we know? Was there even a hint on that one?
Nah, not even a hint. But it must obviously have been a cut price because he would have been a free agent at the end of the season.
Yeah, so it can't be a big money price.
Yeah, it can't be a big number.
Okay.
But I don't know what that number is.
Let's play one more, then take the calls.
Lipara Mazola, how are you guys? Happy, but come 1st June, I'll be happy. Okay, coach of the season, I'll give it to Rulani. Steve Barker was doing well up until the last 3 games. Then he gave it away. But still, it was for Rulani to take. Player of the season, guys. Let's give it to Tito. Tito. I know you guys want to say Ronwen Williams, but show me the game where Ronwen Williams made the clean sheet by making those crucial saves. All those clean sheets, yes, some save Nyana there and there, but all the clean sheets for Ronwen were because the team was scared of Sundowns. But then, thank you, Zulu.
Zulu, I don't know which season you watched. Zulu.
I'm a penalty.
Hey, Zulu, I'm not sure which games you are watching, man. Let's go to Jimmy. Jimmy, what's up?
Jimmy.
Hey,
Jimmy, no stadium for 25 years.
Pela Jimmy, when I support the Chiefs since Khune and 13 years. So you must go honor him.
So why didn't you go to the stadium, Jim?
Andile me bara, why you disappointed? Me bara, it's like Wanyana Tamaile me bara, really full mo flit mo, Munya, me bara mo kiva. Hey, Stavik.
Hey, Jimmy too.
Minjan.
Hey, Fugil Minjanos.
Hey, Mazola.
Sure.
Orembana.
No, Gimanati,
lovely. Hey, it was so disappointing for Itumeleng Khune, me bara.
It was sad,
yeah,
Jimmy.
Very sad.
It was sad to watch. Whether we like it or not, Itumeleng Khune is going to go down in history as one of the greatest players of all time, go Kaizer Chiefs. And that's the farewell he got. That's sad. Or honor.
What's wrong with Bobby?
Let me ask you, according to you, does Itumeleng Khune get an extension from Kaizer Chiefs? Do you want to see him another season?
That is one of our best goalkeepers, Kaizer Chiefs, whether we like it or not. After Brian Balu, Dagort Mano Bergamang. After Brian, Owalko, man, Andile.
Wait.
Mazola. Man.
Wait, Duplessis?
Not wait, Duplessis, man. I can't do a cool beana, Mebra.
Rowan Fernandez?
Rowan Fernando,
yeah. But you're speaking about historical facts. I'm asking you right now. Do you feel Chiefs still need Khune now?
I'm answering you. Yes. What deserve, Amabara? Itumeleng Khune is still our number 1 goalkeeper, whether we like it or not. And before
no, that's not true, Jimmy. He's not your number 1.
Yeah, okay, sharp.
No, I mean, it's not me. It's the games.
Yeah.
Look at the games. When last did he play at a number 1 position? Akbe was your number 1 for a while. When he left, and then it became a toss-up between Vuma. Vuma's played more games. He hasn't played.
We are feeling our players. And before the Tama, Kopelong Gutel. Bo, Narasoko like a transformer, Mabona Isavu. So, I told you, you will like the millionaires, little billionaires. When I'm fan of a whole centimeter anymore. So, I usually about to live in a Copela, Copela Dunushen, a fella 7.5. Konopatala West Score, maybe between 11.
7.5 Ingi.
7.5 thousand range. 7,500.
Okay.
7,500.
But all I tell the guy go social media. What look like?
Me bara kipe mo Jimmy Magau, kipe le mo TikTok, Jimmy Magau, Timothy Maranda mo. On the phone number that the personal, the one of Lanzo.
Bye, Jimmy. I don't know why I get cooked on my own show. I don't understand. Bonkosi.
Putanje Munjani.
I'm not happy, man. I hate what happened at the FNB this weekend. When Ujani?
Hayi right namhlanje uhamina ndikuye mazolo right butwami
noni hayi butwami wena
and right Andile yabona namhlanje ngathi usemanzini nje since Friday. You don't say anything about the record that Sundowns have done 72 points at the moment.
Oh yeah, okay. Actually okay. The thing, can I tell you what the thing is, Wanabonkosi? I don't even want to say it's Sundowns fatigue, but we speak so much about Sundowns every single week because they do so well. Sometimes I think we overlook some of the greatness that they've achieved. And that's definitely one. Sundowns, congratulations once again. But I think we're waiting for the end of the season to calculate Yongi Ndaba Zoyenza because they might go invincible. They might go most amount of points. They might go most amount of goals. We spoke about it on Friday. Records, yeah. So let's wait for all the records they're going to break.
Let me tell you one thing, Andile. Today is my birthday, and I just want to confirm.
Hey!
Happy birthday, Bonkosi.
Andile, as long as Sundowns doesn't win the Champions League, no team in South Africa is going to win the league. Thank you, Andile.
Jeez, okay, Bonkosi, happy birthday, man. Dabaluhle.
But Andile.
But.
Yeah, bingelela namadoda ehleli studio.
Sure, Dabo.
Sure.
Hey, unobuza Mr. Ref lapha ngiyabona uyanqoma into yenzekayo but mhlawumbe it's because le ere ngiyibona leyo iSundowns the winner. Yeah. Ngiyidawana but ngibone i-error from ureferee whereby le penalty emiswe ngu-Alende. Was it a penalty or not? Because la bola liqale la shaya enyaweni then laya esandleni. So I think ngokulandela kwami isport fight nokulandela umthetho webhola, that was not a penalty.
Ref? Do you remember the one they're talking about, the penalty?
Yeah, because I only remember the one that they were playing Stellenbosch where Batusi Obas hold.
No, it was a handball.
No, it was a handball. Yeah, niggas Alende.
Why Misa? I think it's the other week.
No, it's this past weekend.
This past weekend.
Yeah.
Sizoyicheka.
We'll take a look at it, Tabuluthi. Sabuya kuweva.
Zabukela for a test.
Enkosi man. Sinong.
Yeah.
Sinong. Yeah, vele Sinong. You're not going to be there. Lisibe.
Hey, good evening.
Autiauki.
To the guest in the studio.
Good evening, sir.
No, today you can relax. I know you're praising the referee, even though they didn't give a player for diving. Mr. Kawani.
But they didn't give a free kick. Some will have given a penalty. They did not give. So that was good. That was very good.
No yellow card. But it's fine. I'm going to paralyze you, Mr. Kawani, one day. Andile.
Yes, sir.
To be honest with you, I just want to talk about Chiefs' performance. What I've seen over the weekend, I've now made peace that there's definitely the issues that Kaizer Chiefs are much, much deeper than football. I'm telling you, and if you look at the introduction of this young man, Mfundo Obrigado, in the last few games, for me, I was impressed, but the coach keeps on holding him back. He makes the team to play. Why not throw the boy? We've got nothing to lose. The season is done and dusted. Why not throw the boy or the young boys who can make the team play rather than those experienced guys who doesn't want to play for the badge?
Who doesn't want to play for the badge?
I can tell you. Oh, let me name. Kanti, for me, his past his salon date. There's so many. There are so many.
What about Keegan Dolly? Do you see him staying another season?
I doubt. I can even tell you more than 5 players that I think they will be not donning the Chiefs jersey next season.
I'm listening.
Santi, Dove, I think is touch and go. Whom I think can still be a part player for Kaizer Chiefs. I don't think he was given enough chance. The striker from South America. What a waste of money in our time, to be honest with you.
Who's this?
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez,
yes.
Yo,
the list is just so long. If it was up to me, overhaul the whole team, get the young players.
Again?
They do that every season.
Again?
Yeah. It's a shocking what I've seen. 70 minutes for a team of Chiefs caliber to play like that.
Yeah. What do you make of the Khune thing?
That one, I don't want to step on other people's toes, to be honest, but yeah, I agree with you. A club legend, a boy that has served. But you know, with South African teams, there's no loyalty. I can give you an example about Piki Piki. I hope you understand where I'm going.
Oh, I got you. Thank you so much, Simbine. I really appreciate it. We got to get out of here.
I don't know, but I have a problem with him, especially the approach he approached this game with. To me, it's more similar to the game that we had last year with Galaxy, our second league, the one we had in Botswana for the Champions League, which I feel that he didn't actually stress, or he didn't see the importance of that game, similar to the game that we had this past weekend.